Jamaica needs to declare a national, global emergency, and we need help from every country into Jamaica as absolutely soon as possible. We need air assets, we need marine access, we need the cruise line industry and the United States, Carnival, Royal Caribbean. We need the cruise lines to respond to Montego Bay. We can't, the airport got heavily damaged. There's probably upwards of 10, 15,000 Americans at Montego Bay trying to get flights out. They're already there to bring the cruise ships in to the port and get the people on the cruise ships back to the United States. That's my recommendation. The second thing is we need the U.S. military, whether it's the Navy and the National Guard. We also need the U.S. Coast Guard to come in here, do an overflight this morning with U.S. Coast Guard with the permission of Jamaican government and assess the damage, as well as bringing in military air assets in to start help with pulling people out of the damaged areas and getting people to hospitals and medical services, right?
All right, guys, so it is the morning after Hurricane Melissa. It is Wednesday, October 29, and we have with us now Jeff from Storm Chasers. He's going to tell you, first of all, Jeff, you know, well, I was going to say welcome to Jamaica, but you have been here for a little while chasing Hurricane Melissa. I want you to first of all introduce yourself to the viewers and you know, remind them about the big international persona you are.
Yeah, I filmed over 65 hurricanes, over 1,050 tornadoes. I've probably been on more disasters than any human on the planet.
Wow.
Okay. So,
and you're from the United States? Which state?
Yes, I'm from Oklahoma in the United States.
Okay. And the name of your organization is?
TwisterChasers.com.
Okay. And how long have you been in Jamaica?
About 4 days.
About 4 days. Okay. And you have been able to drive around? Are you just in St. Elizabeth, or you have been able to move around?
No,
Jamaica?
I landed in Montego Bay, and then I made my way around the North Shore and took the toll road from there down to Kingston. And then from Kingston, a couple nights in Kingston, and then I came westward to Maypen, and then I left from Maypen and went to the town just east here. I'm trying to think. Mandeville.
Yes.
And then I left Mandeville the day before the hurricane because the higher elevation. They said they're going to have extreme wind damage because they're at 2,000 feet.
Yes.
So I came west, and I met this gentleman on the flight.
Doc, we call him Doc.
Yes, and he's in construction. I built houses in Tulsa for many years, construction of homes and commercial buildings, so I understand how things come apart and put together. So I'm talking to him like 5 minutes at the airport. He says, I've got backup solar, I've got a hurricane-proof house, and so we connected, we exchanged phone numbers.
Yes.
And I helped him on which way the hurricane was going to track, and he says, where are you at? Do you have a place to stay? And then I had 2 flat tires from hitting some potholes, unfortunately.
Yes.
And that your local helped me there the other night. So I lived in here night before the hurricane, and then we prepared for a hurricane. We went the following day down to where it was going to make landfall the day before and get the town right.
Black River. That should be Black River.
Yeah. Just bear with me.
Yes.
On the town names here, Black River,
right.
St. Elizabeth. Yes, we went down there yesterday before the hurricane hit. Yesterday, we went down there the day before and documented all along the coast at St. Elizabeth and at Black River. We went down there. We went over to your next town over here. I'm trying to think.
Treasure Beach.
Treasure Beach,
yes,
and then the overlook where you have the Lovers Leap. It went there during. We had the first squalls coming in, and so we had 50-mile-an-hour winds. Even the night before, squalls, and we left there. It came back up here to Santa Cruz.
Okay.
And then I've been tracking it, doing live updates from Starlink for people globally, including the people in Jamaica. People follow me, local residents, media, giving them exactly what's happening in real time. And the most amazing thing about the hurricane yesterday, first of all, it was one of the lowest pressures in the Atlantic Basin ever in history, third lowest, I believe, in pressure. And the hurricane models did really well. But to me, the thing that was the most amazing part of it has to do with the mountains. And it's going to seem unusual what I'm about ready to tell you. But your mountains, the Blue Mountains East and the mountain range across here, it actually helped deflect it a little bit. Because if you watch the satellite, it was coming northeast, and it should have came right over. So the eye should have been right here. And as it approached the coast, it slowed down, stalled, and then it went straight north up to Montego Bay. It was not supposed to do that. And as soon as it got around the mountain range at Montego Bay, then it resumed a hard northeast course again and re-intensified before it's heading Cuba now.
To God be the glory. Right.
So lots of wind, lots of damage. It is catastrophic. This morning, as I get up and we get Starlink, I'm going to put a plea out internationally. I've been saying it for 3 days. The scope and magnitude of this disaster is going to require a global response from every country in the world to help Jamaica. Yes. I've said this for 3 days. I've been very loud and boisterous about this. After seeing the videos and the reports coming in now to the communities west of here in the mountains that are washed away and devastated, we have to have a global response. This can't be. We need many armed forces, not just the airports. We need helicopters. We're going to need hundreds of helicopters here to rescue people along the areas that we don't know about the injured, or if there's people have passed away, or if there's people buried in rubble in some of the higher elevations. So this is what we've got to do. We've got to go in search and rescue mode today, and that's underway now, but it's got to be into a massive scale.
And this is your advice to the government of Jamaica.
What are you saying? Jamaica needs to declare a global emergency, and we need help from every country into Jamaica as absolutely soon as possible. We need air assets, we need marine access, we need the cruise line industry and the United States, Carnival, Royal Caribbean. We need the cruise lines to respond to Montego Bay. We can't, the airport got heavily damaged. There's probably upwards of 10, 15,000 Americans at Montego Bay trying to get flights out. They're already there to bring the cruise ships in to the port and get the people on the cruise ships back to the United States. That's my recommendation. The second thing is we need the U.S. military, whether it's the Navy and the National Guard. We also need the U.S. Coast Guard to come in here, do an overflight this morning with U.S. Coast Guard with the permission of Jamaican government and assess the damage, as well as bringing in military air assets in to start help with pulling people out of the damaged areas and getting people to hospitals and medical services, right? It's going to be badly needed. And as the data is coming out, the scope and the magnitude is absolutely unbelievable. From where we're here, west of here, the damage is catastrophic. Whole towns are leveled. It's horrible.
Yes. Okay, and the advice that you're giving the government right here now, Jeff, this would have been based on your experience with tracking hurricanes. Would you say, is this the most catastrophic that you have witnessed in chasing storms in your career?
100%. And what makes it challenging in Jamaica is your terrain, the road network, and how steep the things are. It will take, it's extremely challenging here. Just to drive on a dry, normal day, it's extremely challenging. And with the disaster and the road closures and the mudslides, that's going to complicate it. We need heavy equipment. We need things to clear roads. We need crews to clear trees out of the roads, and then to get people out of the harm's way and these towns. And the number one request also needed here is going to be shelters for hundreds of thousands of people, roofs, places for people to live, food, right? It's not about
fresh drop.
Moderate damage here. But west of here, people have lost everything. Houses, roofs, hospitals, infrastructure is gone. It is total disaster west of here. With the eye track.
Okay. Since the passing of the Hurricane Melissa, have you been able to make contact with anybody? I know we're coming to you as we speak. We're coming to you from Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth in Jamaica, as I said before. There's no light, there's no water, there's no internet. Luckily, we have set up a Starlink system, so we're able to give you this broadcast. I don't know. Have you gone on the road since morning?
No, we tried yesterday to see the flooding in Santa Cruz. We couldn't make it because of the debris down here.
Yes.
And the water flow coming down the hills here into the city was rampant with debris flow from the debris on the road, and went back and posted that. And I actually declared a flood emergency for Santa Cruz on my own because of the depth, and I saw social posts of 4 to 8 feet of water running through buildings. So I just put out a flash flood emergency for the city of Santa Cruz.
Great.
But yeah, the scale and magnitude of this is unbelievable, and unfortunately, the news today and the coming days about what happened across western Jamaica is going to be gripping. Devastating, and it's unimaginable the amount of damage and the flood damage and storm surge damage and just this infrastructure damage is horrific. It's total catastrophic.
Okay, in terms of, because I saw some videos late last night, where some over 8 organizations, they have actually started places like organizations such as GEM, they've started to pack food. Are there any notable mention in which the relevant authorities in government should reach out to right away, those that will respond immediately? Are you?
Yeah, the U.S. Cajun Navy's already on the ground here with supplies. Yes. We need helicopters. You're going to need boats. I think if you took a 100,000 foot view of the whole island, we need to bring people in here from outside Jamaica, both in fly air flights into Kingston. We need assets around the island to bring in boats. Big boats, supplies to all the ports around Jamaica, as well as helicopters. We need thousands of helicopters here. I can tell you, there's at the end of the day, remember this. A month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, what I say right now, we need thousands of helicopters in Jamaica right now.
Thousands of helicopters.
We need helicopters in here right now to
and
bring supplies,
yes.
food, to evac people out that are injured. That is what we need right now.
Okay, talk to me, Jeff. I know it's just like it would be just a guesstimate. About how long will you think Jamaica will be back to normal, based on other areas that you have visited and the sort of hurricanes landed?
Because I haven't put eyes on things out west. I just what a little piece I've seen on social media. It will take years. Years, not days, not weeks, not months, years.
And we're talking about trillions of dollars in recovery.
Everything.
Okay. One of the things, thankfully though, I recognize that every single international media house was in Jamaica, including persons like yourself, who are known across the world. So our story is definitely worldwide. So we're hoping that persons will see and they'll respond to us in Jamaica here.
Yes, I said the last 2 days we're going to need a global response. I've done about 20 or 30 live reports from here, and I said we're going to need a global response to Jamaica before it ever made landfall. And I said it's going to take every country in the world to respond and help us. We need everybody's help here.
Awesome. And Jeff, for the viewers here, do let them know how they can contact you, how they can subscribe to you, and to follow your updates as you give them from Jamaica.
Yes. We're on X as well as YouTube, twisterchasers.com, and on X it's Jeff_Piotrowski. It's JEFF_PIOTROWSKI on X. So I have Starlink. After I get some more flats fixed this morning, have additional flats, we're going to go into Santa Cruz if we can make it there this morning and start surveying the extensive damage there. And then I've got colleagues with other media east of here that's going to tell me if the roads open, the toll road from here or as you get Mendeville over to Kingston, if that road's open, or if we got closures along the toll road. I'll have a report on that today. But we're going to try to tell people what roads are open, what roads are impassable, where there's mud and slides and water where we still have problems, and then report if there's people missing. Those kind of things. We're going to help Jamaica. That's what we're here for.
Definitely a good idea. So guys, there you have it. The Storm Chaser himself, live in living colors, coming to you on BOJ TV. And as he said, he's going to move around, and the best thing that he can do right now is to tell persons which roads are open and which ones are closed, so that they'll be able to, they know how to move around. Of course, on BOJ TV, you can follow us on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and also our website, bojtv.com. If you want to send videos showing what's happening in your community, you can send it to 658-212-6120. Jeff, the final words are yours.
This is like no other hurricane in history, globally. The amount of scope of damage that's done here, we need everybody's help on a global response.
Yes. And you want to drive that point home again about the 1,000 helicopters.
Yes, you're going to need thousands of helicopters.